But as of Monday, AP Top 25 has come out, and Georgia's at number 1, and they had 60 out of the 63 first place votes coming off that national championship win. And the only other time that they were in the preseason number 1 was 2008. Did you know that?
That was with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, way back then. Yeah, so, I mean, the second time they've been that preseason number 1. Michigan at 2 with 2 first place votes. Ohio State at 3 with 1 first place vote. And Alabama, lowest ranking since 2009 at 4.
That's crazy.
That is just, that statistic blew my mind. I mean, we know that Alabama, they get the high ranking every single preseason.
Yep.
But that stat was that back when they lost the Sugar Bowl back. The Sugar Bowl. And speaking of it, your shirt, I mean, that's for Utah. So you can't be saying that. Yeah, we're going to sound biased, but that statistic blew my mind. I mean, lowest preseason ranking since 2009. Unbelievable. And LSU at 5. It is their best ranking since 2016. So, I mean, what is your initial reaction to this, this poll as it came out?
Well, first and foremost, if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff, you'll see that we posted our predictions for the top 25, and then that we initially posted the top 25 when it came out today.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're following those socials.
Yeah, because we're going to keep you guys up to date with those
Keep you up to date with all the new stuff that comes in.
All the new stuff.
So just make sure you're following those socials. But, I think we talked about this a little bit last year when the first poll came in. Don't really take too much from it.
Yeah.
If you look at the final AP, the first AP, there's so many teams that are just not ranked.
Yeah.
That were ranked at the start of the year and not ranked.
Yeah.
Going into this year. The two that came to mind was Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Both were 500 or worse last year.
Yeah. And they snuck their way.
They actually both might have been below 500. Because I think Oklahoma lost their bowl game.
And I think A&M was 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Then was bowl ineligible.
So, like I said, they're both ranked this year. Take this with a grain of salt. Doesn't really mean much until you see people play football.
Yeah, I'm wondering, what are the voters seeing? They must see the amount of talent that these teams have.
That brand identity, when you see Oklahoma, it's a big brand.
Yeah,
you're always going to rank them.
But it's like this is Texas A&M team who's not. They were not even close to top 25 teams in the country last year.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what changes they might be seeing. I know this isn't like Vegas, who goes in depth and tries to get secret information to be able to make these standings and stuff. But I mean, I'm just wondering, what they're seeing from these teams.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with recruiting classes. It's a lot to do with how many players are coming back. Most importantly, is your quarterback coming back? They want to know that.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of these voters put the rankings. So,
yeah,
like I said, I don't think it really matters until you play down a football.
Yeah, I think Bama was a little high for me personally.
Yeah, Bama's high for me too. We're gonna talk. I think at least a segment about Bama coming up later.
Yeah, I think LSU actually should definitely be higher than them personally.
Yeah, I think Florida State's a team I really like too.
Yeah,
they're a little bit lower than I thought they were going to be. Oregon's another team I really do like. I think
they're down at 15,
and that's the 4th highest ranked Pac-12 team.
Yeah,
which is interesting. So I think they have a really good chance to win it.
Yeah,
the whole thing this year. So, in the conference, I mean.
Yeah.
The TCU team played a national championship, got blown out. They're at 17.
Yeah.
That's interesting for me as well.
You think they should be higher or lower?
I think they should be lower.
Lower.
Because I know they lost a lot of talent.
Yeah.
So, we saw Chandler Morris play against Colorado last year before he got injured, I believe. We saw that.
Yeah.
That looked. Because that game was not pretty early until Max came in. So, it's good to see Tulane stick in. Only G5 team ranked, I believe. Mm-hmm. So,
I think there's a lot of high expectations. Penn State at 7 is kind of slept on. I feel like they're a team that has sneaky high expectations for this season. I mean, we saw them put up a good game. They remind me of Utah last year being ranked at 7 at preseason. Just a team that didn't have any really playoff action, but they have high expectations going into this season as potential contenders for the playoff.
Yeah, and Penn State's big problem is, the 2nd and 3rd ranked teams in this list.
Yeah.
They got to beat one of Michigan. They got to beat one of Ohio State.
Yeah.
They got to force that three-way tiebreaker.
Yep.
Because I just don't think that they're beating both. And I think it's unrealistic to ask them to beat both.
Yeah.
They got to beat one of them.
Yep.
Beat one of them, force that tiebreaker at 11-1, and see if you can sneak your way into the championship game.
Yep.